A flicker of consciousness returns, not to the familiar comfort of his bed, but to a chilling parody of home. Pinocchio awakens in Geppetto's workshop, yet it is a place warped by a malevolent dream. The air hangs thick and cold, heavy the scent of sawdust, and something far more sinister, something akin to decay. Shadows writhe in the corners, stretching and contorting as if alive, their dance animated by an unseen guttering flame. The gentle tools of the woodcarver's trade are no longer instruments of creation. Chisels gleam with a predatory sharpness. Saws arch like the spines of skeletal beasts, and hammers rest like severed heads upon the workbench. The world he knew has been twisted into a menacing stage, and he is the solitary puppet awaiting a dreadful performance. Panic seizes his wooden heart, and Pinocchio flees, bursting through the workshop door into a forest born of fevered imagination. This is no ordinary wood. It is a gnarled, labyrinthine expanse where tangled branches claw at the starless sky like skeletal fingers. The trees themselves seem to watch him, their bark forming into leering faces that twist and sneer. With every panic step, with every rustle of leaves that sounds like a judgment, the lies of his past take root. The trees whisper accusations, their voices a dry, rustling hiss that speaks of his deceptions and follies. His own body betrays him with every perceived sound. His wooden nose begins to grow, stretching and splintering in a grotesque, painful elongation until it becomes a clumsy, burdensome testament to his fear. Deeper he stumbles, the forest closing in around him, its path ever more confusing. Disembodied voices begin to echo through the oppressive gloom, phantoms of his past-given sound. The sly, honeyed tones of the fox and the cat slither through the air, promising impossible delights on Pleasure Island, their words dripping with a venomous nostalgia. He hears the ethereal chime of the blue fairy, her voice warped into a sorrowful, chiding lament that offers no comfort, only condemnation. These ghostly temptations are a siren's call, pulling him further from the light, luring him inexorably deeper into the suffocating heart of his own nightmare, where every memory is a trap. The twisted path abruptly ends at the edge of a black, murky swamp, the water thick and stagnant, reflecting nothing. A ripple disturbs the surface. Then a colossal form begins to rise from the depths. It is the whale, but not as he remembers it. This is a monstrous skeletal leviathan, its bones bleached and jagged, held together by sheer necrotic will. As it surfaces, its cavernous maw yawns open, revealing not teeth, but a horrifying vortex of sharp, rusty gears and grinding mechanical parts. The stench of oil and rot fills the air as the beast groans, a symphony of screeching metal and despair, its soulless eyes fixed upon the terrified puppet. As the mechanical whale lunges, Pinocchio feels an impossible force jerk him backward, away from the swamp's edge. He looks up to see a dark, imposing shadow fall over him, a silhouette that chills him to his core. It is the shape of Geppetto, but magnified into a terrifying, godlike figure, its features lost in an impenetrable darkness. This is not his loving father, but a cold, unseen puppet master. Though no visible strings are attached, he feels their pull, an undeniable force manipulating his every limb. His arms and legs move against his will, forced into a macabre, jerky dance as the shadow looms, its silent presence an absolute and inescapable dominion, a scream, raw and desperate, tears itself in his wooden throat, a sound of pure, unadulterated terror. The force of it is a shockwave, shattering the illusion around him. The shadow of the puppet master dissipates, the mechanical wail sinks back into nothingness, and the whispering forest dissolves into faint echo. Pinocchio jolts upright, back in his own small bed, the familiar walls of the real workshop solid and reassuring around him. He gasps for air, his chest heaving, the phantom sensation of strings and the scent of decay slowly fading. The nightmare is over. Yet, as the first light of dawn trickles through the window, a sliver of dread remains. He was free, but the shadows of his own making now had a shape, and he knew they would be waiting